One of the things that's impressed me by the graduates who have come out of Veritas have been not only their high academic excellence, their understanding of biblical worldview, their appreciation for Christian community, but now they have, in a sense, caught the bug. They are lifetime learners. They are those who are asking the hard questions. They are those moving towards the issues of life, not moving away from them or retreating from them.
A worldview is a phrase used to describe one's general understanding of all of life. Does life have meaning? Does the world have meaning? There are presuppositions that either are consistent with reality or inconsistent with reality. First, worldview then is giving us that understanding of all that exists. It gives us an interpretation of all things. A Christian worldview differs from other worldviews because it is necessarily directed by God's Word. God's Word gives us an understanding of creation, of man's place in the world, meaning, responsibility, man's relationship with God. All of life then arises from one's understanding of what the world is and what we're doing here.
The thing that most impresses me with the Veritas School, as far as Christian education goes and as far as having my children here, is the leadership. I can see that they are very Christ-centered and biblical-centered as far as wanting to not just teach students about subjects, but to teach them about the God-centered life and also have them to have a biblical worldview.
Veritas means truth, not to blur the truth with all kinds of Christian ideas, but to understand and to give the truth of all these academic disciplines a more vivid and robust meaning when it's viewed through the lens of an all-creating, omniscient, omnipotent God.
And while the Veritas School is deeply related to the Presbyterian tradition, we are not Presbyterians. And I will have to say that the education my kids got at the Veritas School made them more deeply committed to their own Methodist tradition. It was a great place for our kids to be, not only because there was a willingness to engage in real intellectual conversation about the faith, but also because my kids learned how to think critically and be young men who engage ideas seriously.
The young men and women that are part of our church, I've just been very pleased of the breadth of their thinking, their willingness to interact across cultural lines, to be engaged even in the context of a church like a Redeemer Church, where we have all kinds of different kinds of people.
It is a very pleasant experience as a parent to be sitting at your dinner table, having a conversation with your family, with your children, and for standard questions: how was school? What did you learn? And for your child to begin to talk about something very significant from a spiritual dimension. There are times when I want to ask, where did you learn that? And I know the answer is, I learned it at school. Because it's related to the subject and related to how that might matter in the world. That's a great moment. That makes you think. The commitment that we've made to pay for Christian education, this is worth it.
I've been very impressed with the students who've come from Veritas to Belhaven College. They're academically equipped. They have a strong Christ-centered worldview. They're people who want to build into the Christ-centered community of our campus. They're leaders. Our current student body president is a Veritas graduate. We have others on high academic scholarships, others providing leadership in the arts who are Veritas graduates. And so we have been very pleased and proud of our graduates from Veritas.
My impression of the Veritas graduates is very, very favorable. We have 12 students from Veritas at our college right now. Of those 12, 4 of them have received our highest scholarship award, which is the Presidential Scholarship, and 2 of those with distinction. There's no other high school that we have anywhere that has a higher percentage of its students at Mississippi College who have received such high distinction. So I'm very impressed with the students. Even though most of them are freshmen and sophomores, they're already making quite an impact. They're serving in student government, they're serving in various civic groups and community service operations. They're distinguishing themselves in the classroom. They're excellent students, and we would love to have more of them at Mississippi College.
One of the other things that we have particularly enjoyed is the relationships that we have developed with other parents at the Veritas School. That is a great thing. This is a fantastic group of parents that care about their children, and of course through sports and through different activities at the school and artistic activities and various things, we've gotten to know them, and we really are like-minded, and we really do kind of help each other in the guiding of our kids, so to speak, because we actually know each other's children and we know each other, and that has been a great thing for us.